How's it going, folks? Mark from Like-Minded Lunatics coming at you with a Monday music. Well, it's not really going to be a matchup this time, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. But before I get today's content, hey, have you hit our subscribe button yet? If you haven't, let me encourage you to do so. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, somewhere in this vicinity, you'll see our icon. Hit that. It will say subscribe. Click the subscribe, and guess what? Now you've helped us out a whole lot. Don't cost you nothing. All it means for you is that you'll see our videos in your YouTube feed. But for the content creators for us, it helps us out tremendously. So if you've watched any of our content or you just want to support us, click over here and you'd be doing us a big favor. Now, I do a lot of reaction stuff. I do the Friday night music video reactions. I do the Monday music matchups. My writing partner, Todd Wright, does Drink, Play, Swear. You can check that out over here. Oh, well, my hand's going behind the image there. You can check that out somewhere over here. But let me encourage you, check out our other playlists. We've got a lot of content on this channel. We're putting out a lot of content. We'd love it if you checked all of it out. So today we're going to do something very special. This is something I was excited to do the moment I heard about this release. We're going to take a look at the new cover of Nothing Else Matters. Now, this is coming off of Metallica's Blacklist album that's going to be released in September. It is a celebration of the Black Album, and actually the title of that album is actually just Metallica. It's eponymously titled, but everyone knows it as Black. But it's the 30th anniversary coming up. It was published in 1991, and what they've done is they've gathered a ton of people to do their own versions of Metallica songs to kind of celebrate Metallica's influence in music, and that comes out in September. And the first big release from this album was Miley Cyrus, Watt, Elton John, Yo-Yo Ma, Robert Trujillo, and Chad Smith doing a cover of Nothing Else Matters. So what I thought we would do, instead of doing a matchup, let's just do a simple comparison, because the matchups are about who wins, some arbitrary criteria that I invent right before I turn on the camera. I don't think clearly Metallica is going to be the winner in any of their songs. There's something quintessentially Metallica about Metallica, and this is coming from a guy who loves covers. So I thought what we would do instead is just take a look at these new covers and kind of compare them back and see where these artists have changed things, that type of stuff. All right, so first we're going to take a look at Metallica's Nothing Else Matters. Is going to be, oh, wrong hand, right here. We're going to do that first. Then we'll play the Miley Cyrus version, if that's okay with everybody. All right, so here we go. 1991, off of the Metallica album, Nothing Else Matters. Now, what I've always loved about this is with the Black Album, Metallica had hired, I think it was Bob Rock, to help produce it. After they heard Bob Rock's work on Dr. Feelgood, funnily enough, they hired Bob Rock to be their producer, and the Metallica Black Album is really the one that broke them in popular music. You know, we had them with metalheads and with thrash bands. We appreciated them, but this was really the band, I think, or this is the album where everyone set up and took notice. And I think a lot of that can be attributed to this song, primarily because this is the first song I remember hearing cowboys playing. You know, I grew up in the middle of nowhere and they hated heavy metal, which was one of the reasons I loved it. But this was one of the first songs I can remember hearing cowboys playing and being very confused by it. Like, why are these shit kickers playing Metallica? But it makes sense because this is a really beautiful, melancholic song. Michael Camden, who helped arrange the S&M albums, this is their first collaboration with him, so it makes sense. It's more orchestral, it's more melancholy. This was something Hetfield wrote about missing his girlfriend. Now let's see what Miley Cyrus does. Again, this is featuring Watt. He's the guitar player. Elton John's on piano. Yo-Yo Ma is on strings. Robert Trujillo is from a little unknown band called Infectious Groove. I don't know if you've heard of this guy. He's fantastic. And then Chad Smith, the Will Ferrell lookalike from Red Hot Chili Peppers. So let's see what kind of spin they put on this thing. Man, I do love me some Elton John, and I love he's putting a little bit of business on those keys. He's not doing a one-to-one recreation of Metallica. He's putting a little bit of some flair on it, some EJ flair that I'm really appreciating. Watt sounds great on that guitar. This is just a beautiful song, but I have to say, I feel like the piano, for some reason, it makes it seem sadder to me than the guitar. I don't know why. Let me know in the comments if you think so, but for me, the guitar sounds more, I don't know, it sounds more wandery, like in wherever I may roam. It feels that way to me, like a Ronin or a gunslinger roaming by themselves. This seems elegiac, so like an elegy type feel to me. Let me know in the comments what you think.
Trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. Hold these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters.
I love the way Het pronounces stuff, so let me go back a little bit. The way he says words here intrigues me. Actually, it's the all. All these words I don't... It almost sounds English to me, the way he lets it go in his throat. All these words... It's interesting. And again, this is a really well-produced song. You know, I think that's one of the things that a lot of metalheads didn't like about the Black Album, and I don't want to speak for people who didn't like it because I loved it, but I feel like that they didn't like the fact that it sounded produced. You know, a lot of their older albums really reflected that stage mentality, that stage sound. There wasn't a lot of mixing down of tracks. There wasn't a lot of multi-track work, but there's a ton of that in the Black Album. And I absolutely love it. But, you know, it's one of those things, either you love it or hate it. And there are a lot of Metallica fans who proclaim that after Black Album, Metallica just wasn't Metallica anymore. I don't agree with it, but let's go back to Miley Cyrus.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart.
All right, I wish I knew more about music because she's doing something with her voice that I don't think I've heard all that much. It's almost like a vibrato at the end of each line.
Couldn't be much more from the heart.
Right there. That's interesting. Let me hear it one more time.
Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters.
So again, just like with the piano, I feel like the way Miley is singing this sounds more forlorn than Metallica's, if that's even possible. Like I said, I feel like Metallica's is a Ronin missing his lover, missing his betrothed or something like that. A man who's wandering, someone, who's all on his own. Again, I keep going back to wherever I may roam, but someone who is out there by himself,
Call me what you will.
Rover, wander, call me. That thing, that's what I get the feeling from Metallica's, but Miley's doesn't feel that way to me. It feels more funerary, elegiac. It feels more deathly. Let's go back to Metallica.
Trust I seek and I find in you.
I've always loved the way he does the seek. Obviously seek and destroy, but the way he says it in this song.
Trust I seek.
Seek. He makes sure to hit that K, doesn't he? Trust I seek.
And I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view. And nothing else matters. Never care for what they do. Never care for what they know. But I know.
Man, again, I do love this album, love this song. Obviously, Michael Kammen's work on this is probably indispensable, but the way that he hits that back strum at the end of that verse is great. Oh, I love that. And interestingly enough, folks, just in case you didn't know, this is all Hetfield on the strings in this song. This is all Het. So it's all him. Obviously not in concert, but on the album. Oh, I'm going back to Miley. I know my pictures, I didn't want to play the videos because I feel like the videos are very distracting and I just wanted to hear the song. But go check the video out as well. It's really cool.
Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we'll live it always. All these words I don't just say.
Well, that's an interesting way to say that.
All these words I don't just say.
See ya. She did a ya at the end of that.
And nothing else matters. Just I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new.
Man, they got a lot of reverb on her voice, don't they? At the end of every line?
Every day for us something new.
A ton of it.
Open mind for a different view. And nothing else matters.
So again, and maybe it's just me, please let me know what you think. I feel like the way Miley is singing this sounds like a last stand. It sounds like somebody is about to go and face the bad guy and they know they ain't coming back. They know this is the last stand. They're never going to see the light of day again. It sounds very, very finite to me, whereas the Metallica version has never given me that feeling. Let's go back to Metallica.
So close, no matter how far.
And isn't that an interesting line? If I'm right on this, I'm pretty sure that Hetfield has said he had wrote this about a girl he was missing while they were on tour. I love that line, so close no matter how far. That's a great line.
Couldn't be much more from the heart.
That's a sweet way to do that. James sounds so sweet there.
Much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are. And nothing else matters. Never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know. But I know.
Now again, this next part coming up, I'm going to stop it right here because this is the guitar solo. The solo is all Hetfield. Kirk Hammett said that he hadn't learned the song by this point, and so this is all Hetfield on the recording. And it's gorgeous. The tone on that guitar, again, we'll hear it in a second. Let me go to Miley and get them to the guitar solo part. Whoa, that's an interesting little bit of guitar work there from Mr. Watt. Let's hear that again. Man, I'm wondering if they're taking cues now from the S&M stuff. You know, the S&M retooling of this song is much even more epic than Metallica's original version. Man, that's gorgeous. All right, I said this before, so I did a comparison of Miley Cyrus and Dua Lipa to Olivia Newton-John. You can go check that over here. But one of the things that I've always said is that I'm not a huge Miley Cyrus fan. I don't have anything against her. You know, I don't have music I hate. I have music that's not for me. But I feel like her pop stuff was just not for me. But one of the things that I've always said is that her voice sounds like it was made for rock and roll. Her voice is whiskey soaked. Her voice is smoky. Her voice is barroom brawl tough. And I feel like here we really get to hear that. She says "do" weird though, right? Or is it just me? She says it weird. She sounds like she has an accent too. What is it about this song that makes people sound like they have accents? Oh, that's for sure Yo-Yo Ma. Maybe that was Ma I heard a minute ago and not Watt. Man, that's beautiful, isn't it? Wow. And then we get Elton coming back in and supporting Yo-Yo Ma. Jesus, this thing is beautiful. Wow, that's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Let's go back to Het. I'm watching the video, and at this point, Lars is teasing his hair as if he's going to a photo shoot. I don't know why. Go watch the video to it. I mean, not right now. Wait until I'm done with this. Wow, it's so gorgeous. And one of the things that I really love about this song is that this was, I feel like it takes confidence to do something so dramatically different from what they'd done before. And reportedly, Hetfield didn't really push for this song to be on the album. He didn't think it was a Metallica song. Lars heard it and was like, yeah, let's do that. But I think it takes great confidence for a former thrash metal band to go to this. It's such a beautiful, tender song. I mean, yeah, there are some Hetfield-isms in it. We get a few yeahs. Yeah. You know, we get a few of those. But I mean, it's not like the typical Hetfield stuff. And man, that takes such great confidence for an artist to do that. Let's go back to Miley.
Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. Naughty words I don't just say. No, nothing else matters.
You know, I don't know if they're engineering her voice or not. I'd have to let Ricky hear this, or you know, somebody who knows more about sound engineering. But the way she's controlling her voice, if she's doing that naturally, let's hear that again. So she lets it fry out, and then she brings it back to melodic. That, again, I'm not trained in how to sing, but that would seem to me to take a tremendous amount of skill.
Trust I seek and I find in you.
Yeah, she says "new" a little weird too, doesn't she? She's like "new." There's almost like an up and down in it.
Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view. And nothing else matters. Never care for what they say. Never care for games.
Jesus, listen to Chad Smith on those drums. Let's go back a little.
Never care for what they say.
Here it comes.
Never care for games they play.
Oh.
Never care for what they do. Never care for what they know. And I
Oh, here's the big solo, the final one. And she even hit the yeah.
Yeah!
She even hit the yeah. Yeah, yeah!
Myself this way.
Oh, we're back to Metallica. Sorry, you can't... Again, I have the videos up because it's just easier for me to control. But we're back to Metallica.
We live it our way.
As if you couldn't tell from Hetfield's voice.
Holy words I don't just say.
I've always loved that.
Holy
All these words, all these words.
words I don't just say.
And then he almost sneaks in a yeah there, doesn't he?
Holy words I don't just say. And nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you.
It's getting tough. He can't help it. He just can't help not being James Hetfield. He can't help but sneak that shit in there, and I appreciate it.
Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view. And nothing else matters. Never care for what they say. Never care for games they play. Never care for what they do. Never care for what they know. And I know.
Here it comes. Here it comes, the big one.
Oh, yeah!
Yes! Oh my God! It's the best! Oh, it's the best. I love Hetfieldisms. I wish I could walk around all day and just say that kind of stuff. You know, just walk around going, would you like extra sauce with that? Yes, I would. What are you thinking about that tea? Not care for it, do you? All day with that.
And I know.
it's just sublime the way that they compose this song. Let's go back to Miley. Oh, wait. I'll back it up a little so we can make sure we focus on Watt's guitar solo. Wow. Wow.
No matter how far, couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are. No, nothing else matters. No, nothing else matters.
You know, again, I feel like, you know what, I'll save it. Let's finish up with Metallica. We'll listen to the end of Metallica's.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are. No, nothing else matters.
Wow. Well, man, I hope this was fun for you. It was great for me. I really do feel like, though, that the Miley Cyrus version is much more finite feeling. It's much more elegiac is the best word I can think of. It sounds mortal. It sounds like something is about to come to an end. Whereas the way Hetfield sings it, it sounds more like yearning for that other person. I don't get that same sense from Miley's version. The first thing that comes to my mind is the end of Thelma and Louise, where they grab hands and they drive off the Grand Canyon. Spoiler, where they drive off the Grand Canyon and we freeze frame on them in the air, and we know that they're dead. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds finite. It sounds like it's a last stand. We're going to meet our doom, head down and shoulders forward. Whereas the Metallica version doesn't seem that way to me. It seems more forlorn. It seems like somebody yearning for something that they're missing, but that they will get back, I guess is the way to put it. Well, I don't know. I think, I'm going to do a few of these because this Blacklist album is so intriguing to me. So here's what I'm going to do. Instead of matching them up and saying which one wins, I'm going to issue them Hetfields. One Hetfield means they did an okay job. 2 hets means they did an average job. 3 hets means they knocked it out of the park, that they really did a fantastic job. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one 3 Hetfields.
Yeah,
That's right. 3 Hetfields. They knocked this out of the park. I think they were faithful and respectful to the original, but they added so much. And man, how could you not with this power hitter lineup with Miley and Elton John and Watt and Robert Trujillo and Chad Smith? Man, just some real power hitters on this. And I'm gonna do several of these. in the upcoming weeks. So please let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this cover. I love a good cover. Hopefully you do too. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me lots of comments, but remember, keep them nice or I just ditch them. And take care of yourselves, folks. And I'll see you soon.